I've never seen a real UFO video. I think they're all fake, but I believe there could be a second layer to what we're about to watch today. Because deep down, I truly want to believe.
We all want to see something unexplainable. Are these plausibly something unexplained? Is somebody faking it? Or is it just a trick of the lens? Let's see what we got.
US military drone captures video of orb-like object.
Okay, there we go. That is an orb-like object.
I mean, this straight up just looks like a balloon. There's a moment there where it looks like the classic like latex balloon.
Sir, are you seeing this?
Okay, this reminds me a lot of the other videos we saw, which is an object flying in a straight line at like seemingly crazy speeds. The airplane itself is flying at a great speed in a direction, like, 300 miles an hour potentially.
Anything you see from this perspective, it's going to travel against the plane of the ground.
It's a classic Michael Bay shot. So he's got the camera whipping along, and you're looking at somebody standing there, and the background's just a big motion blur. There's the sun sets, and there's a robot. This is the same effect, but you're even further back, and you're going even faster, and the camera's zoomed in even more. So as the drone's following it, you're getting this big sweep across the background as it's kind of just locked onto this balloon as it's flying past it. That looks like a balloon to me.
It's a balloon.
I think we bunked this one pretty hard.
We debunked it.
We debunked it. To bunk it is actually to prove it's real, my bad.
All the orb videos I've seen up to this point, they look exactly like this. The thing flying never changes directions. It's always in a straight line because it's being filmed from an airplane, which flies in a straight line. To see something go like zoop, 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 that's where you go, whoa. That's not a trick of perspective. But we haven't seen a single one of those. Another orb! I think this is visual effects.
What are the telltale signs that say this is a visual effect?
First and foremost, overcast day, yet we're getting directional lighting on one side of it. That makes no sense.
I think this is a classic case of VFX because of the telltale highlight going gray. As it goes behind the cloud, we should see that hotspot shrink to just a little dot of the sun and then disappear.
The clouds should be acting like an ND filter that is just stopping down the exposure on it.
Here's a great illustration. Bring the exposure down, and you'll see the paper start becoming gray and then darker, but this flashlight is going to stay bright the whole time.
But instead what we're seeing is the same size of that white spot just get dimmer, which isn't how optics work.
And it turns gray, it doesn't necessarily fade to like a blue or other sky color. It's just the overexposed value being brought down. They did a really nice job tracking it, getting the jitter of the camera, matching the grain, masking the clouds as it flies behind them. But it's those HDRI highlights that give it away for me.
It's fake.
All right, hit me with another one. Maybe the next one will be really nice.
Exclusive footage from Caden and Kelly Little.
Lights will quickly zoom off to the left of your screen and then they just disappear.
Oh, come on!
VFX, they sent VFX to the local news station. All right, Caden, awesome. I love like the mysterious like spinning object you got. Very classic saucer UFO. I love that you have two angles, which is amazing. That's great. But I can still tell it's like you and your buddy. Camera starts to pan left at the exact same time the UFO starts to move.
It's always that staged handheld motion. Let's do a test. Here's my finger. I'd like you to follow it. I'm gonna move it this way. Are you ready? Here we go.
I was expecting you to go the other way.
They should have probably let it keep going just a little bit longer because it cuts immediately the moment it flies off. And it's like in real life, if you're recording that, whoa, and you'd still be searching for it.
Yeah, go into After Effects, take that handle, and just go, like render us another 4 or 5 seconds. Why not?
Yeah, and there's one last thing. Same with the orb. Yeah, it didn't quite hit the HDR highlights when it flies away. Those lights, they gotta be brighter streaks. If you would have done that, it would have been perfect.
Next time you do this, you're gonna wanna set After Effects to 32-bit, okay? Do a little multiplication, a little division on your motion blur. Just a couple little secrets and tips there to actually get photoreal motion blur in After Effects. Next time. Oh, whoa.
Whoa, that's the thing that guy just flew by.
That definitely looks like some sort of mylar balloon. The hot spot on it is like out of focus, causing that like bokeh shape.
Balloon, balloon, balloon.
We got to find the stats. Are there more birthday parties happening today than planes in the sky?
There are approximately 22 million birthdays per day.
And then let's just say 1% of these birthdays are careless. These are the rowdy ones. The parents aren't paying attention. The balloons are not tied tightly. We could be looking at 22,000 Mylar balloons being released accidentally into the sky every day, which is more than the amount of weather balloons plus commercial flights being launched at any given moment.
A balloon in a plane crossing paths is nothing unusual.
Nick, down here.
Oh.
Hey, you hear them talking about orbs up there? It's all about the circles right now. None of it's true. If you want something you can believe in, if you want something out of this world, what you need to look for are squares. Specifically today's sponsor, Squarespace. People spend all this time obsessing over these orb videos, these UFO videos, and what do they get in return? Nothing. Look at the screen you're watching this on right now, and tell me that orbs are the truth. Okay? Look, is your screen circular or is it square? With Squarespace, you get everything you need. You see, they allow you to build an entire online store, including but not limited to having your own merchandise that you can sell directly to your visitors and to all visitors. You can track your data from your site directly to the best in-game analytics that Squarespace has, allowing you to better build and form your website so that you get more customers and more visitors. So if you're interested in getting started today with your own Squarespace website, head on over to squarespace.com/corridorcrew and you get 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. That's squarespace.com/corridorcrew. Nick, I gotta get back to work. Serious. Get out of here.
This is not a weather balloon. That's a Mylar balloon this time.
A balloon.
Jesus Christ, this Jason balloon. Wait, that's just, oh wait, that's an emoji, never mind. Is this in camera or is this a visual effect?
I think this is an edit. I think we're looking at a balloon, and I think we have somebody cut to an airplane formation, and it cuts back to this footage.
Yes, also, if those are jets, by the way, yes, that's gonna show up in the audio. Jets are super loud.
Christian, can you play us with sound? Let's see if we can hear the planes from the beginning.
What is this, dude? Wait, look. What?
Fake. From the tone of the voice alone.
Fake.
Next.
Metal sphere flying in Warsaw, Poland. High quality photos in post.
Ooh, so this is something somebody got. Exposure matches, black levels match, light direction matches. I'm not getting VFX vibes from this. This looks like it's real captured in camera.
Can you search real quick for black weather balloons? Because I think you can get those. So.
Yeah, I mean, that picture looks exactly like what was filmed. It doesn't move in a straight line, which is a little weird, but like, it's not like it changed directions.
It's curving so gradually that can easily be explained by wind. I mean, we've all seen balloons like get lost and go up into the sky. It looks like that.
You're right, it looks exactly like that. I got a hint of thrill, but it was quickly dashed. Much more plausibly a balloon than an alien.
It's a balloon!
Oh, whoa. Sphere flying around at Volcano Pop-Tart. Popocatépetl.
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 I thought that said Pop-Tart.
Looks like a still image in the background. Those clouds aren't moving at all.
It's hard to tell because the compression is really, really bad. Like, look at the iframe drop on it.
These people who like find these things are really doing themselves a disservice when they don't upload it, you know, in a decent quality.
Are they? I think the degraded quality is really kind of part of the mystique around UFO videos. It's like a myth, right? It's a legend. It's a digital legend. It has to be downloaded, re-encoded, and re-uploaded so many times that the story slowly evolved as the pixels slowly evolved into other shapes. So I did see the clouds moving at the very end of this, and I hate to say it, that balloon is sure flying in a straight line, isn't it?
My balloons.
If only there was a thing that I could do that would show that it wasn't a balloon. Because when I see a circle in the air floating in a gentle direction at a straight line, like, balloon is the first thing that comes to my mind, and I don't know why that's not the first thing that comes to everybody else's mind when they see this.
Because they want to believe.
I know, I want to believe too, but like,
You can't.
I have higher standards now. Like, I conclude that this is a balloon.
Yes!
All right, this was sent to us. Nick was saying that he didn't know how to determine this one.
Oh, this is like actual video from inside an airplane. I'm excited about this one.
I see it.
I don't know what you're looking at.
There's like a tiny dim black dot.
Yeah, it dropped. Niko, it changed direction.
I didn't see it, I didn't see it, I didn't see it. Oh, there it goes.
Dude, it's just a tiny little blur.
Oh, see that? I see it. I see it.
He's beginning to believe.
I think this is fake.
I think this is fake too.
The timing of the zoom. Zoop, it dips down and it goes, and like it zooms into where it was, which like it feels so directed.
The color of the black dot. It feels like too black.
And also, here's the other thing. The way it stops and then dives down, it feels two-dimensional to me. If it actually stopped, this should happen. The plane should be flying past it and then it goes down, but it actually just stops all in like two-dimensional screen space.
Almost as if it's like parented to the camera.
I need a frame by frame on the first pass.
I'm gonna study the motion blur.
And I'm gonna study the moment it crosses in front of the plane.
Okay, hold on. Next frame, next frame, next frame. Okay.
What do you see, Nico? What was that?
All right, so when you're going to do two-dimensional animation on a screen in something like After Effects, you can turn on motion blur. If you don't set it up completely correctly, the size of the motion blur can be too long for how far the thing should be moving. So like, let's say in one frame an object is here, and the next frame it's here. If there was to be motion blur, that motion blur streak could not be any bigger than the streak from this point to this point, right? And what I'm kind of seeing here is that the motion blur length of that object is so long that for each frame, it's overlapping itself just a little bit.
Oh, really? Okay.
On top of that, there's no motion blur on the cockpit as it jumps from here to here in one frame. Because we're looking at a really bright shot with like a phone camera, so the shutter's gonna be really, really slim. That little object moving that same distance across the screen should be just as crisp as the cockpit window.
Yeah, so this is fake. This is totally fake.
Somebody tried to trick us. They did a really good job getting either filming it up in an airplane or getting their friend to film this. The compositing's really well done. The motion tracking's great. And you know what? They had it do an impossible move.
Boys,
What's up, guys?
hi. I just want to tell you real quick and admit this to you. This is my UFO video. Oh. And you did it. You debunked it.
What?
This is my UFO video.
We knew you'd made one, but I didn't know this was it.
How'd you get the footage?
My stepdad flies planes. Whenever he sees passing planes on the radar, he pulls out his phone and he wants to like photograph the planes as they're flying by.
When he like goes across and then zooms in, is he actually trying to like zoom in on something?
He's just waiting for that plane to come by. So I carefully made sure to cut it right before you start seeing the actual plane that he's photographing.
Interesting.
Well, I mean, you guys called it either way, so congratulations. You, yeah, you're clearly expert bunkers.
Yeah, we got to the right answer the wrong way, so. Yep.
Well done.
Thank you.
The story around Matt doing that is a much larger story than what we're putting in this video, but you can check out that full story on quarterdigital.com.
He may have actually had the best shot of all of these today. Yeah. We know you're out there searching, and if you have anything to send us, you can send it to debunk@corridordigital.com.
If you enjoyed this video and you somehow haven't seen the other UFO debunking videos we've done, I highly recommend checking out the Project Loon video. It's the most insane reveal in a debunking video we've done yet. Link for that right here.
We were
Click
convinced.
it, keep watching it, it'll be a fun time.